EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
He's going to air one out right away. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll stick with Madison. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try and throw with Minshew. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, it's Madison. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's brought in by Myers. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll run with Madison. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They look to throw it with Minshew. And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Daniels now on first down. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here for Robinson. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that will lead to a 2nd down. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great time to bring pressure. If you're the defense there, you know you have them backed up, you know their quarterback's looking to make a play to get out of there, and you dial up pressure at the perfect time, not only to force the fumble, Mike, but you're able to recover it in the end zone for 6.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Minshew. He's got Myers on the completion. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing is Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 34-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 33 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw with Daniels. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. Off the zone read, Daniel's going to hang on to it. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Abdullah now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. In motion is Myers. To throw, Minshew. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. A pickup there of 28 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Minshew out of the pistol here. Finding Terrace Marshall for the completion. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. Again, it's Madison. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Now Madison. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-3 is the score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Third and 2, and here's Minshew. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Commanders' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he will take it in himself. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Here's Seibert now for the point after. He's got it, and the Commanders extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Here's Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run here with Madison. And he'll be brought down at the 45. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, Abdullah. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll go here with Madison. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll toss this one out to Madison. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. 14 yards on the pickup there.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where...
Dan Quinn wants a second opinion here, and he has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Madison. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll stick with Madison. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll run with Madison. This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders are back within one score. It is an 8-point game. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
He finds De'Ami Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Taking off, and Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So it's fourth down and Austin Seibert out to try the Washington field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So here's Seibert, made the field goal a moment ago, and now we'll kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, a run with Madison. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That's caught by Eckler.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll throw with Daniels. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the 1st down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. These two teams ready for the 2nd half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Daniels. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Ooh. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive linemen is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Second down and 3. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first down, Daniels gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On third down, it's Robinson. And he's going to have the first down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll go again with Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Divine Diablo there to make the play. Here's second and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Slot receiver, headed right. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's Austin Seibert now to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their third quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So here's Seibert, made the field goal a moment ago, and now we'll kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On play action, here's Minshew. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third and long. Back is Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Madison.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
The Raiders send their punt team out. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come up here, first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
To throw is Daniels. He'll get this one complete to Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Here's 2nd and 2. On the option, here's Robinson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Daniels gonna throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's in! Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Seibert out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught left side by Bowers. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. But let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger gain.
On the give, this is Madison. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run Abdullah, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Minshew. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. They get 18 on that one. First down, Vegas.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, here's Minshew. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On second down, here comes Madison. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Third and goal. They look to throw it with Minshew. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Terrace Marshall. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. They got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one complete right side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That one secured by the tight end Bates. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Throwing is Daniels. Set up the screen. Out wide, it's Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the 4th quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing, right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw him the ball. And for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Throwing now, Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Daniels to throw on second down. It is brought in the end zone. Noah Brown, touchdown Commanders. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Seibert now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Abdullah now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's caught by Abdullah, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Minshew gonna look to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He's got it at the 7. He is in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
To the left side, it's caught by Brown. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Whoa! And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So here's Seibert, made the field goal a moment ago, and now we'll kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throwing is Minshew. A throw on the run is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's taken in by the running back, Madison. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 5. They'll try and throw with Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. They're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They'll run with Robinson. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
3rd and goal, it's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Minshew out of the pistol here. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. To throw once more, here's Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing again is Minshew. That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Marshall is on the move. Minshew going to look to throw again. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
This one caught at the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. To the air once more is Minshew. To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Commanders' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the ground, it's the tight end. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a first down. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.